to say this. Katie Porter is something else, isn't she? All hail Katie Porter.
Your mom made her choice.
Yes.
And we're all here with
the
consequences of that choice.
So, hands down, the worst argument ever for anti-abortion is when people make it all about themselves. They're like, back in the day, my mom was considering having an abortion, but she didn't. And luckily for the entire world, I am now here. If my mom would have gotten an abortion, no one would be able to absorb and bask and marinate in my magnificence and my light and my beauty and my sexiness.
Look, I am pro-choice, but I mean, I'm a little squishy and always have been because they told my mother after my sister, very difficult birth, she shouldn't have another one. So knowing that I could have been on the cutting room floor, I'm...
And it's just like, you know what? I dig that, because anyone who knows me knows I am full of Jackson. I am full of myself to the moon and to Pluto and back. But you know what? If my mother would have aborted me, the world wouldn't have known the difference because I never would have been here because there's billions of other people in the world. So, I mean, how arrogant is that? Again, now this is coming from somebody who is quite full of himself. I say that loud and proud. I don't really care. But again, you know what? There's 8 billion other people in the world, and the world would keep on ticking if I wasn't here. Because it's like, they make the argument like, if I got aborted, everyone else would have gotten aborted too. This isn't the plague. This is women having the right to make a life choice. It could be for their health. It could be for, they might not be in financial straits. Women get raped and molested. Women have all types of issues. This can't be taken away from them.
Listen to Maher. God bless her for having you.
Yeah.
I'm sure it wasn't easy. I'm a mom with 3 kids. It ain't easy. But the point is, she and your father, and she made her choice.
And then it's just like, these people do not care about the average life. They don't care about the average person. I mean, these people are literally against a society that supports people. And their whole philosophy is do everything by yourself. You have to be independent. You have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps, which is a complete oxymoron to you pretending like you care so much about people who haven't even made it here yet. You mean to tell me that a little zygote that's 6-8 weeks old, right? A woman could be a week late, 2 weeks late. A lot of women frequently have late periods. Women have irregular periods. When women are on birth control, that gets thrown way out of whack. There's so many reasons why a woman may not know that she's pregnant after a handful of weeks. And it's like, no, that little pin-sized cell, that's a human. That's a baby. And we have to protect it. But once it gets here, screw the education system, screw the healthcare system, screw the welfare system. It's just a bunch of welfare queens on that. Who cares about increasing wages? Just get a better job. It doesn't matter where you live. Just get a better job. All this black on black crime, but you care about these black babies. But you don't care about improving the city conditions that would maybe lower the risk of people getting into the life of crime because they don't have any jobs or education around them. Because these people don't care about the average life.
What? Why is that so terrible? But I get it.
I have to say this. Katie Porter is something else, isn't she? All hail Katie Porter. No, but really, seriously, she's awesome. And those are the types of politicians that we have to get elected. From California to New York to Missouri to Alabama to Mississippi, all over the country. These are the types of politicians that we absolutely need. Because these are the people who care. These are the people who come from backgrounds to where they can relate. These are people who have children. These are people who have the same types of concerns that everyday average American citizens have. We don't need a bunch of gajillionaires in Congress. Okay, a couple of them here and there. I'm not against that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not against that. But pretty much most of the people who are in Congress and the Senate have been there since Bill Clinton was in office. They're the people who set the modern tone. They're the people who ruin the Democratic Party and who, provide no opposition and resistance to the Republican Party. So again, Katie Porter is absolutely amazing. And we need much more politicians like her in office. So let's do what we got to do in the midterms in 2024 and beyond, of course.